Test, 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 test. Hello, hello. Test, test, test. Hello, hello. Hello, Spartacus. I think we're going to play some DRM. Excellent. I made some improvements to some of my solves yesterday. Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. My kid started daycare, and so I get every child's disease ever imaginable. Let's see, this was the good one? Yeah, this is nice, this little action here. What I want though, I want to do this with a one length arm, but it's very difficult. Because this swing that the hex arm makes right there, that will collide if the arm is in this position or moving into this position, I believe. But it is a nice little action. And then the next thing also outputs. Boom. Let's see, if I could somehow get this down here, this is what a good solve I'm imagining looks like. Because it'd have to be like this, something like this, you know. See, hey. What if he just stays still? Does it still collide? No. But then he's in the wrong spot. We'd have to wait one. Oh, and then of course it's gonna crash there. So, it doesn't work. But that's one. What's another one I was tinkering with? No, didn't tinker with that one. I think elemental copper. Yeah, this one. This looks like... I was trying to get this to work. This was my old solution, and I didn't like that these had to be length 2. But I realized that there was no need to have 2 arms, because look, they both have space here. So one arm could suffice. So just have one arm. And this is my favorite actual cadence for a solve. If I have one arm pulling, you know, as often as it can, that always looks nice to me. Did I work on this one? Oh, this was this one I just love to stare at. This I think is... This has got to be an unbeatable sum solve. Beautiful. No. Oh, and then the tincture I got a really nice improvement on. Let's look at my old one just to see the ugly version. Yeah, it's not bad. But then here's the improvement. Although I don't have any it's not complete yet, because even this is a little bit janky. You see how much empty space is on this arm? And one of the problems is, so I have to put this weight instruction because it's this Vitae atom blocks the output of the purification, so it doesn't loop nicely because it delays the output of the silver, and then this arm ends up grabbing nothing, and it screws the whole machine up. Do I think any of them might be a god solve? The only one that I feel pretty confident saying that, what is it, this one? I think this is just, you know, this is kind of like a tutorial puzzle. I guess not really, but like this is a very simple puzzle. There's not a lot of moving parts, and because production, it doesn't track area, it tracks instructions instead. Like, you're not getting lower than 8. It's possible, let's actually test. Let's see if a, because this actually is better. Yeah, look at that. There, I just improved it. So there you go. You think you got a god solve? You can never think that. So I did add one instruction because it had to move back this one extra space. But I saved 10 gold and technically 3 area. Oh, so that's nice. So that's, what is that? 107 plus 9 is 116. So I worked on the metal tincture. Did I work on this one? No. This is still ugly. These are cool puzzles, though. I'm really, you know, you start the main Opus Magnum campaign, it kind of takes a while for the puzzles to get interesting. There's a lot of just really basic stuff. Like, they kind of really, they ease you into the difficulty. These ones are giving you some nice tricky stuff right away. And let's move on to the next one of the campaign. So I haven't seen this one yet. Reactive lead. Oh, we're talking about Rivari now, who is kind of the villain in the campaign. Okay, let's check it out. Alright, so we have 2 alternating kind of outputs that we have to make from one atom. Let's see, so we have this. What does this give us? Is this going to give us 2 leads or a lead and a tin? Okay, and then if we put this here, it'll give us... Oh, except no, because I need the quicksilver. So what we're going to do is this, and then this. So it's going to grab. This is going to, just for now, we're going to move off. Okay, so That will give us, if we do that one more time, we have too much. We have too much lead. So we could waste chain it. Because if I do this, we're gonna have two, we'll need one more. So I guess one of them has to be, I guess we could do it with just this too. Because one of this will make this. And I guess the idea is that you use this glyph to make this output and this glyph to make this output. So if we go back to my old layout, we get, and then with it, okay, yeah. So that's the intention. That might not be what I want to do, although I do need to have, part of me just wants to use only this. How much does this glyph cost? 20G? God, yeah, let's just try it like this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's make this a single arm for now. Nope. Am I doing wrong? Right. Okay, here we go. That's the first product done. And now how do we do the second one? This music is too loud. I missed something cool in the dialogue? Alright, I guess I'll read it. Alright, so Rivari's a loser. Alchemical skills not always the priority. At House Phantasm, they picked some dashing young hotshot. Yeah, I guess they did. So if we wanted to, this could be like its own separate part of the machinery. And then have this, you know, a whole separate amount of machinery on this side, only making this. Let's see how that works. And then we can, once we have both halves, we can see if we can merge them. The only part I don't like about that is that I still need this glyph. So it's annoying to have to... okay, I think we can still do it. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. It might get a little tricky. I'm gonna try a pro move. No, we don't even need to do pro moves. We can do basic moves. So you're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Then up, then grab, then up. But then we have nowhere to bond, but that's okay. Nope, nope. gotta go the other way. Okay. Alright, now we have all the pieces for this second part. We just have to put them together. And we could... It would lower our period, but we could get arm 2 to do work again, but I kind of don't want to do that. Is it typically better to do 2 separate machines than look for combining, or do that from the start? I would say it's almost always better to solve the puzzle first. This is a rule that I also break all the time, by the way, but you solve the puzzle first, and then you can look for optimizations. You can see, once you have the complete picture, it becomes obvious what is inefficient and what is efficient. So you keep the efficient things and you tinker with the inefficient things. When you're still building it, like, you know, the plan's in flux, it's fluid, so we don't know what's gonna end up being like if arm 2 is, you know, if this is what its final tape loop looks like, then that's a super efficient arm. But if I decide I want it to do another task, then maybe it's gonna, you know, make things wonky. So I always just, not I always, in fact I don't always, but I say I always like to finish it first. You know what, if I do this instead, it's basically the same, except now I can put a bonder here. Okay. Let go. Grab, and this, and then down, and then let go. Okay, see, like, our period has just gotten larger, which is fine. But I am going to make arm 2 grab and do something like that. But how do I get this very annoying atom all the way over here? The cheap and easy way, by cheap I mean expensive, is something like this. But I don't like that. And then if you okay, and then that's gonna be like this, and then it will go like this, and I think this should work. Okay, so this is not good, but it's a start. Let's do a little tinkering before we move on. So the weak spot is arm 2 because it's got too much to do, and all the other arms have all this blank space in their tape loops. So particularly arm 4 has the least amount of work to do. So what we would want to do is see if it can take some of that job. So what if arm 1 didn't do that? It didn't do the rotating. We could have another piece of track here, although this is looking real ugly. Going to do let go. Plus plus, grab. See, now this is going to be too much. How does this look so far? Yeah, it's not working at all. It might be best to just have a second one of these. You know, because this is 20G, so you can think of this as costing an arm. So if I get a... I don't think that will save me anything, though. Alright, you know what? Let's move on. I'll have to think about that a bit more. Sigmar's Garden. Skip. Grand Colvin Parade. Okay. You don't want to watch me just read all this stuff. Oh, look at this. We got a big boy. Okay. So each one of these will give a tin and a lead. That's annoying. Is this, do we just cheat and make a waste chain? Let's figure out first of all how we're even going to construct this. We got the wife in chat. How's it going? Is our daughter sleeping? Okay, so we have these 3 elbow pieces and one sort of Y shape in the middle. Oh, and it's a salt too, so we'll need a calcifier. This is a tricky little shape. I've never seen this before. Although it's actually the same as the universal solvent shape. Kind of like a little 6-sided star. Okay, so whenever you have like a big crystal shape like this, you want to be grabbing the center arm and using that to pivot to attach all the other stuff. But what I really want to know is, can I make this elbow shape with a hex arm? Maybe like this. Here we go. Okay, now what I would love to do... The unfortunate thing is... Oh! Oh, they don't give me the rejection glyph. Ah, I can't cheese it. That's too bad. What the game wants me to do is to purify the extra tin. But, man, I don't want to do that. Although, maybe it'll work out. No, the geometry doesn't work. I guess I can't do this. I can't use... what do you call this glyph again? Division. You can't divide a bonded atom, whereas you can reject a bonded atom. So that's a little annoying. Alright, so I guess then there's no avoiding it. We have to move this in. Yeah, purify lead, that's what I meant. Because if I could, I guess I can do it. In fact, it can also be, so we're gonna do grab, move, let go. And that's gonna be kind of our, no, we're gonna do 2 of these. Because watch what happens if I just let this run. Oh no, it doesn't work. It does have to be 2. So like this. And then if we do it again, no, that doesn't work. This would be sweet if it did work, but you see, like, so once we clear this, like these 2 are not right next to each other. So with a hex arm, it's impossible to get them both on this purifier. Because if I could have done that, I guess it still would have added. I am adding instructions. If you go to the options, this is like the most useful option in the game. Quick hotkeys. Hit that, turn that on. Then when you're in the... Oops. Oh no, I accidentally did Sigmar's Garden. Ay, ay, ay. So if you just hover over the instruction tape and then press the associated letters, it will, you know, rather than having to, I think you have to hit the key and click with the other mode, which is insane if you're doing it that way. Or even more insane, dragging them one at a time. Although I do drag them once they're on the board. Alright, so well, let's look at our end goal. What we want is this right here, this water regent here, and purification like this. And then we can have, you know, we'll have a tin here, a tin here, and we just sweep up the whole thing and bond it, and then we have these little elbows. But we still don't have the center thing, which is kind of making me want to cheese it. I think we're gonna cheese this one. Because if it was just elbows, that's one thing. And you know, you can reuse one of the elbows for the center. But then it's like, how do you get this final piece of tin here? So we're gonna waste chain. And it's gonna be 6 area per output, which means it'll be 6 times 6 is 36 added area to my score, plus the cost of the waste chain itself. But we are saving because now we don't need this. We don't need this, so that's saving 20 right there. And we can streamline our machine to just be focusing on getting the tin this way. So, this is going to be our captain arm. He's going to be arm number 1. The fact that it's salt is actually super annoying, because like that means I have to grab, put the output here, put a salt here, and then the bonder over this way. And now that's huge area. Or I could do track to save one of them. But we'll do it this way for now and see how that works. You know what? We're going to need track anyway to get these other bonds. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. So arm 4, let's move you up. So you're going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. And then you are going to be doing the same thing. So in fact, we're going to copy you, offset you by this much. Oh, and we also need more water. Okay, so instead, the water atom is going to go here. There's going to be another arm doing this. And this. We're not even going to worry about the salt just yet. Okay, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Nope, you're going the wrong way. Oh, and then we need to clear this. So this is where the waste chain is going to be. Oof. Alright. This is going to be an ugly solve, but I'm committed to it now. Let's do it this way so it's cinematic. And 6. What's arm 5? Where is arm 5? Am I crazy? Oh, you're down here. Alright, and we have to repeat. Repeat. Okay, here we go. Then you're gonna let go and you're gonna grab. Nope, not yet. Okay, like this. And now we can put a bonder here. And we're actually golden. Does this work? Nope. Okay. Now I'm worried we don't have enough time. Yeah. Okay, how do we solve that problem? Could be a hex arm if we're making the solutions ugly. Let's do it. Yep. I refuse to engage with the intended solution. It's too annoying to do it the proper way. I'm making a waste chain. Oh, come on. Okay, so we can do this. Right. Still haven't made this salt yet, but that's fine. No, there's no rejection. That would be the easier way to, I guess it'd be the same. Alright, and look at that. Fills out the instruction tape perfectly. And then we just have to worry about how to make it salt. So there's our finished product. Is there any way to... Yes, there is. Okay, so while we are... Oh yeah, I see it. So because this guy has lots of room in his tape, we can actually grab it earlier. How much earlier can we grab? Okay, a lot. Okay, so... what we want to do is go up, up, down, down. Put the calcifier here. No, not fast enough. Okay. Let's see. Let's undo. Try it here. Do. It'll cost a little more area. Let's see what costs the most. So we're at 61, but if I put a rotate here, 64, so that's worse. And then our calcifier can be there. Alright, let's watch it in real time. Oh, no, one more. Let's turn the whole thing sideways so we can actually see it. Find Critelli. Where's my Critelli? I crazy? There he is. Oops. About right there. We will waste chain off this way instead. Here we go. There we go. That's pretty good. The fact that this is a tri-arm is annoying because it's adding, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 area in addition to the 10 cost, but what can you do? Alright, and then we've got... we are lead poisoning ourselves, but that's fine. Call that soldering wire or something. Sometimes I like to see how long I can let the waste chain go before my computer starts lagging. Alright, I'm happy with that. Bro, you're making a waste chain. Why are you complaining about 8 area? Hey, every point counts. Once I've committed to the waste chain, that's like a lump sum in my mind. And then additional things, like that's additional. A point is a point, you know what I mean? I want to see a Rivari's wheel. That's really what I want. Ooh, reductive metallurgy. That's a nod to the original mod. Okay, fireworks powder. Fireworks, you know that means triplex. Okay. Yep. Oh, no triplex. Oh, I guess we're keeping it pretty metal focused. Okay, these are some, I don't think there's any output shape like this in the entire base game. I guess Van Berlo's pivots is this shape. Tringles is the fan name for it. Alright, so we have 3 fires and a gold. And right away what I'm seeing is each of these outputs has this salt fire stabilized fire combo. And all that is different is the angle of the copper atom. Triplex is one of my favorite glyphs, actually. Even though there's something masochistic in me where it's like the more annoying a glyph is to use, the more I love it. Except for quintessence. Quintessence can burn in hell. Alright, so making stabilized fire is easy enough. It's the first puzzle in the game. And then all we have to do is turn. Okay, we have both. Been considering getting the game. Should you take the plunge? I mean, I love it, but I can certainly recognize that this is not a game for everyone. But I mean, it's not that expensive. Like, I think you can get it on sale for like $10. So the opportunity cost is pretty low. Which of these is going to be better? So, well, that's not good. How do I then... So I guess the idea is it wants me to use both, because I can take those 2 iron, I can pull 2 quicksilver out of the gold with this guy, and then I'll have 3 copper. And that feels like the coward's way. I think a true hero would just use a waist chain. No, we can't do a waist chain 2 times in a row. Something tells me I'm going to want this to be like this. And then maybe a hex arm, doing this. What about this? Like, I want to get a geometry where... Oh, I know what I can do. No. I think I'm overthinking it. I want to get the gold onto this. And then I want to have 2 arms. So we're going to use this guy like this. I want an arm that can talk to to all 3 of these, basically. Or really all 4. Because I want to be able to put all the quicksilver in, and then grab this and put it here, but that's going to be slow as hell. So maybe it'll have to be a hex arm, or can this do it? Is there any geometry where this can talk to any of the other arms? Not really. Except this. Oh yeah, this, of course. Okay. Done. We're gonna go this. Let go, then return, then grab again. Then 1, 2, 3, which is gonna be here. Yep. And then you're gonna do this. Okay, let's actually play the machine right now. Okay. Okay. I guess it... Is it the same? No. It's gonna cost me something. But that's okay. We can fix it later. But on the plus side, actually we gain something, because now I don't have to move these out of the way. Okay. Now what I want is not going to happen. I want to move all three at the same time, but that will not work. But if we do it like this and like this, it will. Okay, so this is going to move like this. And this is going to move like this. Everything's going to move. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, yeah. That's nice. And look at this, we got our 3 coppers. All done. Let's watch that one more time. I wish I had the slow-mo mod. Boom. So now all we gotta do is stabilize water these. I don't know why they give us 2 fire atoms. I guess for cycles. Maybe we do want to. I guess there is a question of how am I gonna get this bend different all 3 times. I kind of just assumed it'll be no problem. It would be cool if this can also output all these, which I think it can. And then whatever's making this one can do it over here. Okay, so stabilized fire. We do it like this. Put a bonder. Maybe over here. Maybe over here. Going to be 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I want this to be reversed. Oh my god. Oh, the chirality is wrong. Of course it is. Doesn't matter. We can fix that later. I think the hex arm's not going to work in any case. I think it does have to be 2 arms. But maybe we can do it all on here. And why not bring back the other fire? Okay, so one of them is going to be like this. Okay. And that's unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Four and 5, so So you're going to let go, you're going to pivot 3 times, and that's going to make our first. Okay, there's one. So that's going to go dot dot. Then one more time. This might be the slowest part. Oh yeah, there's 3 fire. I don't know if anybody noticed in my universal solvent sum record, I don't actually use all of the inputs. One of them is left in the tray. So that's another avenue for finding improvements. Are bi-arms ever used? Hex arms are absolute goats and tri-arms are there sometimes. Yeah, bi-arms, I would say of all of these parts, the bi-arm is the least useful. I think they are the coolest arm. If you see a solution, if I see a solution with a bi-arm doing like cool things on, especially a big one, doing stuff on opposite sides, I always think that looks so good. Okay, so let's do this one first. Or no, I guess the slow one should be first. We're going to do them in decreasing order of slowness. And then, okay, so this is the biggest tape loop, but it's actually not. Arm 1 has the biggest tape loop, which is actually surprising. So here's a great example. Like, it may end up that arm 1 becomes a bi-arm because I end up dropping the final metal here, which is excuse me, right opposite this gold. Ooh. Nothing gets you sick like kids in daycare. I also still don't know how I'm going to output this one because these arms can't fix anything. I wonder if I can do with one reagent. That would be an option. Do like this would actually work, so I'm gonna do it. Which is the okay? So you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna go like this. What? Oh, you're not a bi-arm. And we have to do this offset a little bit, which is fine. And then arm 2 is going to. I really hope this doesn't crash. If this crashes, my day is ruined. To grab move and grab move, and then I think we're done. Your video hitting my feed got me back into Zachtronics games, and I want to thank you for that. You are absolutely welcome. I couldn't be happier with there's like a renaissance in certainly in the Opus Magnum community. I don't know if there's been knock-on effects on other the other Zachtronics games. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a small bump. Hey. Okay, so we have to wait. That's annoying that we have to wait. We have to wait twice. Oh, right. Oh, this is actually tricky. So we can't make... Alright. I wanted to save the cost of a bonder. But I guess 10G isn't too expensive. Top 3 YouTube videos of all time? No way. What are your 1 and 2? Or like, what are your other 2 though? Okay, so instead what we're going to do is we're going to... do something like this. So, goodbye... 5... Okay. Okay, I actually want to do it like this. So I want this to finish the arm like this. Alright, here we go. Wrong way. Let's switch you. Okay, this is faster too. There's one. It's going to be like this, 2, 3. It'll be like this, 2. And I still don't know how I'm doing this one, but it's not my problem yet. Oh, I thought it would be faster. Okay, let's do it like this instead. Tell me the chirality's right. Of course it isn't. That's okay. History of the Entire World is absolutely goated. That's a great one. Okay. Why are you doing that? I guess I have to do this. Okay, the bonder has to go here. And we can put these way sooner. Okay. Now these are all going to be the wrong chirality, but it's okay. We're going to pretend they're not and solve that problem in a different way. Okay, but we still have to solve the other problem of outputting this guy. But let's just make sure it works first. What if we do like this? Is going to go this way. 4 is going to be longer. And then, God. I guess we got to do track, which is too bad. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. We give it back to 5? Is that crazy? Kind of is. Alright. And it's also not salted. Alright, I'm getting a little bit tired of this puzzle. So I think we'll move on, even though the chirality issue is not solved. Oh, but do I have to solve it to move on? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. Let's just cheat and put another calcifier there. Here we go. And now we have to mirror it, which is not great content. But what can you do? There is a mirror tool that the user Panic has created, but sometimes I like to just do it by hand. So this is going to be here, here. I basically just literally mirror them. Okay, so we've got this there. This goes here. Like this. This guy is going to be over here. This guy is going to be over here with this. These glyphs are going to be like this now, and they're going to work. Alright, that looks all correct. You are going to be like this underneath here, but everything's in the way. have another one. Parallel. And here we go. And then this goes like this. Alright, that looks mirrored to me. The only thing left to do is to change all of these directions. Okay. Now let's see if I made any mistakes. Nope. Perfect. I wonder if Arm 3 could actually output. Let's see. If I go like this, and then do one more, I guess it's still as long. And no. But it doesn't, it saves us the track, so that's good. Beautiful. Ish. This is a funky puzzle. I think I could really sink my teeth into this one. These are weird histograms. Oh, in a way I envy you. Would that I could be satisfied by a job well done. Okay. Oh, that was the fire one, or the final final boss of chapter 2. Since you don't need the track anymore, can you shorten Arm 4? Let's see. So it would be like this. I think I still do. Maybe not. No, because see, now it doesn't. Although, if the nice thing about when you are 3 hexes away from your starting point, like this wants to start here, so I have to return this way, but returning around this way is basically free. So you can see this is going to add none to my period by adding another turn here, and now it will just be nice there. This is an ugly tape loop though, like look at all the blank space here. There's lots of improvements to be had. All right, let's get to chapter 3. The Great Mess. Peer, peer! I can hardly see in here what happened. Well, I created a waste chain of lead, and my office is filled with poison gas. Ah, Quicksilver. Close enough. This is a disaster. The lab is utterly ruined. The transmutation engine. Can we see the actual transmutation engine in here? Is it this thing? Like if we go here. So here's the little board. This is supposed to be like the playing area. where I guess the idea is you kind of lay out your solutions and write out your code, and then somehow you input it into a transmutation engine, which I don't see. Letter of invitation. Alchemist Severio Das, head alchemist Rivari, is intrigued by your work and requests you to meet him at House Colvin at your earliest convenience. Ooh, do we finally get the Rivari's wheel? Varen Rivari. Pier Pugano. I love just saying the names. Pier Pugano, Severio Das, Varen Rivari. An entirely new kind of metal. Interesting. To make an alloy of copper and iron. What? Oh. Are we just gonna stick them together? No new glyphs? Oh. Okay. So the unfortunate thing is copper and iron look super similar in the output glyph. It looks like 4 iron, 3 copper. This is the puzzle that made you break out pen and paper? Well, I hope it doesn't come to that. I can never remember what gold splits into. Okay. This is kind of annoying. Okay, I've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. Okay. You want to see a solution? Here's what we're gonna do. Or are we? Yes, we are. Put some track on this boy. And then a track like this. Sorry, I'm just visualizing the whole puzzle in my head. Let's see if we can get it without so 1, 2, so oh man, we're gonna have to double up the tape loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay. But we're only going to use, we're going to make 2 products in this tape loop. No, there's gonna be... oh, actually. Will there be... I was thinking of having a small 6-atom waste chain. But... let's see how it goes. Because we'll get an extra iron from this, which could be used. But then how do I get it in the mix? It's a little bit wonky. I'm going to build it this way, and then we'll try to get rid of the waste chain. Okay, so then 2 and 3 are going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And basically the same thing, except you're going this way. Going like this. Okay, I can't do it all. But the dark side is so powerful. Isn't that the whole point of the movies? That's actually annoying. Do I have to do it like this? So you have to be on the... Okay, so you're actually going to be like this. Wrong tape loop. There we go. Kind of didn't want to have to use a debonder, but let's go the other way. See if we can plus minus, minus plus. Same thing. Okay. Then okay, now I need to hand off to another arm. This is gonna be maybe a bit too fast for a solution. Because you already need to get back to where you were to double up your work. So when can you let go? I think you're gonna have to let go right here and then double up like that. Okay, you're right. So you don't grab. Okay, here we go. No, I meant arm 4 doesn't grab. And okay. I hope this works. Hey. That's okay. We can just do it the opposite. No, opposite. That's okay. You know what? We don't need that. We're not gonna be fancy. Okay, so he's gonna do all of the fancy bonding. Which is gonna be like this. And then we're gonna have an arm doing this kind of stuff to make Quicksilver. Maybe he can do it all. Yeah, let's try that. We got lots of tape room. Might be a bi-arm, actually. Here we go. So 6, grab, release, move, grab, release, return, there, turn, there, return. Is that more than halfway? Okay, it does have to be 2 arms, which is very annoying, but I think we're abandoning some for this solve and trying we're trying for like a fast sum. Do it even like this. Offset by 1. What's happening there? Arm 4. Why are you misbehaving? Oh, that's weird. Maybe we have to slow everything down. It's because all my problems are coming from the fact that there's 7 metals. And I know you're gonna say, well, so don't make the waist chain. Be a good boy. So what happens here? Man, it's really tight, isn't it? What if I have arm 5 grab here instead? Oops. And then we can take these and move them down. And now you can grab like this a little bit sooner. And then 3. Oh dear. I'm stumped. If I wanted to include this, we'd go 1, 2, 3. It would turn back into an iron, but then there's no way to bond it. Man, is there another puzzle I can work on? Oh, there is. No, there isn't. Invariant metal. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to slow things down, which is fine, even though I said this was gonna be a fast solve. We just have to wait for arm 3 to catch up. What now? Hello, Twister9. How's it going? We are currently banging our head against a wall with this puzzle. Okay, I see what the problem is. Okay, so arm 4 needs to be offset by 1, which means arm 3 needs to be offset by 1. Oh dear. Okay, so instead of using the repeat, let's actually copy it out by hand. Offset. Looks like we need to go the other way. I don't think that should change anything. Okay. And now I think we need yet another arm. to output and do the debonding. So we're going to go like this. He's going to grab here actually. Do this pivot. And then up, up. It's going to debond. Okay, what is not connected? The coppers are not connected. Right here. Back down, turn, turn, up, down, turn, turn, up, down. And then, God help me, if that's not the slowest arm. Let's put a wait instruction all the way out here. This went from sum solve to expensive but fast sum solve to expensive but normal. This is just we're gonna call this a solve. It's not. It has no label. It is an unlabeled solve. Oh, come on. Right, because I didn't repeat this. That's fine. Here we go. And everything else needs to repeat as well. And then maybe we don't even need this. I think this should actually just work. Let's see. Except, oh, arm 6 is going to screw it up, but not, yeah. But that will solve it. I wouldn't be caught dead putting a reset instruction on the hex arm. No, that should work. Come on. Arm 3. Okay, offset you by 1. No? Why not? 2, 3. Then arm grabs. Okay, so it's grabbing a bit too soon. There we go. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Reverse, 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 reverse. No, we won't. We'll use a bigger arm. Can you tell I'm done with this puzzle? Oh, that's brutal. Look at how much area that uses. Alright, this is going to be a revisit at some point. No? Why didn't that work? Oh, because I didn't repeat arm 7. Here we go. There we go, there we go. Now we're good. And we don't even need a waste chain. This hex arm is just going to fill up with waste, but it's not even going to bother us. Oh, it's going to bother us. Okay, why doesn't that work? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. You're a bit too early. Let's do this by hand. kidding me. I have to offset it once more. So it was a nice packed tape loop. Now has these 3 ugly blank spots. But that's okay. That's just 18 cycles wasted. You might be right. The game is punishing me for my heresy. And then it doesn't work. But hey, we don't care if it loops. We just care that we got to the victory screen. Alright, I think I might call it there. Let's just take a look at the next puzzle to see how horrifying it is. And this is probably as much as of the DLC as I'm going to play for a while, because tomorrow's Thursday, I guess I could play it tomorrow. But then the next tournament puzzle comes out on Friday, which is very exciting. Via Quicksilver. Working on a new glyph. This is what I wanted. Glyph of proliferation. It's better if I demonstrate. Okay, is this a tutorial level? Ooh, look at this. And here we have the Rivari's wheel. The glyph of proliferation transmutes an atom of quicksilver into an atom of metal with the same metallicity of an existing atom. By using it with Rivari's wheel, quicksilver can be turned into any... Ooh, that is really cool. So we have to make Rivari's wheel with a Rivari's wheel. How meta. Can I say Rivari's wheel is the coolest looking... The metals in this game have the coolest little color palette. Like, I want to paint my home using this color palette. Okay, this is cool. But I think I'm not going to dig into this. I'm going to call it. Thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. These puzzles, I assumed with how fast I got through Chapter 1 that I might be even able to blitz through to the end. But this is clearly a ramp up in difficulty. Fireworks powder was brutal. Brutal in a good way. This is a super cool puzzle. I really can't wait to dig into this one a bit more. What else do we have? Armor polish. Oh yeah. They are really hammering. This one was fun. What's my favorite puzzle so far? That's a good question. I like a good medium puzzle. You know, I think Metal Tincture might be it. Like, this has just enough going on. Like, you got purification and the thingy. Can never remember it. Rejection, the name of this one. Like, it's a nice simple shape. That could be my favorite one. I love this one just because this solution is so gorgeous. Amazing. What was Metal Division again? Oh yeah, this guy. This one's cute, but this one's a bit too simple. Yeah, I think metal tincture. And you know what? Silver dust is cool. I was working on this one a lot today. Not working on it that much. Let's see. Did I tinker with it? Yes, I did. That's why. Here we go. Yeah, almost 10 years after the game is released. It's suddenly the best time to be playing. Alright, well, thank you for joining the stream. Possibly the last one. Actually, I think this will probably be the last one for DRM, but I will be making some more videos on Opus Magnum, so I imagine everyone here is subscribed, but if you're not, please subscribe and keep an eye out for a video on certainly the tournament. I've already started writing, even though we're only in week 2. I've been writing that script. And then another, maybe, for Metallica. Alright, take it easy, everyone.